of wild. Like a friend was like, how would you have all your dirty laundry here by your son, you know?
Good morning out there in YouTube land. Thanks for being with us. Please be sure and chat Hayden up. You know, he's just not doing anything else back here, so let him know that you're checking in, and we're grateful to have you here. Everything that's going on at Unity of Flagstaff, of course, you can find at www.unityofflagstaff.org. Today, we're going to talk about the dash. That is where life is lived, is in the dash. So, settle in. Get yourself a cup of coffee, cup of tea. We're grateful to have you with us. Check out that website, and remember, we appreciate your ongoing support of this community. So click on that donate button as you feel inspired, my friends. If you can, join us in the park next week. That's where we're going to be meeting, Bushmaster Park. And there is a blood drive there, so check that out, all on the website, unityofflagstaff.org. Blessings, my friends. Namaste.
I got this for $800. It's used. It needs a better pickup.
Good, beautiful Sunday morning. Welcome to Unity of Flagstaff. Yep, I'm a little hung up on this song, so we're just going to do it again. Stand as you are comfortable. Three little birds. Welcome Ryan Biter. Round of applause, yeah? You're going to help him out on the chorus of this song. We're going to let him carry the rest of it. All right. Yeah. Find your seat. Say hello. Come on in.
I think you gave them contradictory information, Penny. You said, stand as you're able and please find your seats.
Well, it's the first test of the day.
All right, boys and girls, if you can hear me clap once. You hear me clap twice. I miss my kindergartners. You guys will have to do. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright.
Hey, it's all you, Ryan.
Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds perched by my doorstep. You know, you can sing, singing sweet songs, melodies pure and true. Singing, this is my message to you. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Sing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Alright, we're gonna do a little segue here. Talk about one love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. Talking about one love, one heart. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and we will feel alright. Singing, don't worry, just you guys, about a thing.
And now that you have found your seat, and I am finding my way through the PowerPoint, there we go. Have a seat. Thank you, Ryan Biter. Yes, we are grateful. We are grateful. We are grateful. I'm Reverend Penny Honey. Welcome to Unity of Flagstaff. Take a deep breath. And here we are. It's Sunday again. You know, it happens every week. Have you noticed that? It's like every week. Yeah. And welcome. I'm Reverend Penny Honey, for those of you who might not know. Yay! And Emerson, we have friends in the room for you too. So how about that? Okay, not everybody gets a round of applause when they enter the room at the at the spiritual center, but if you're about this tall, you do. You know what? I think we'll just start doing that for everybody. I don't care how tall you are. We're not going to have a limit. All right. So thank you again for being with us. We like to remind you that here at Unity of Flagstaff, it is tools, not rules, that we bring to you. Yeah, there are just not a whole lot of rules, are there, Ryan?
What she's not saying is you guys are the tools. You know? Oh.
Can you hit the reset button on that? Nice. Okay. Yeah, you're allowed to throw things at the musician today.
We got to get the chicken wire cage.
Chicken wire cage. And so just as a disclaimer, the photo credit here is not Alice Hagerman from her Grand Canyon River trip, but it could be, I suppose. And I like that little exclamation point. You see that out there in the middle? Yeah, that's just everything I do has an exclamation point behind it, I think, or in front of it. But what I can tell you about that is it absolutely emphasizes the fact that unity is founded on prayer. It is. We come together, and we're going to hear more about that from our PA, Elaine, today. And so we want to support you in that. There's a prayer box over there. You can drop your prayer requests in. I have prayer partners in the room that are here willing to support you in prayer today. Raise your hands. Thank you for that. You can also contact us here at the office, and always speed dial 1, like I like to say, 1-800-NOW-PRAY. Yeah. I think there was a really clever quote that went in front of that exclamation point. So if you've got one, let's hear it. Yeah, okay. Uh-oh, here we go. A quote about prayer, by the way.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I could go off on a tangent, that's for sure. I've mentioned before my brother John in northern New York's having.
Okay, here we go. Okay. All right, here we go. Take a breath. We're going to open with some prayer. Isn't it good to be filled with joy? Isn't it? And like I said, we just don't have any rules here. The minister will just rip the microphone right out of your hand. Nope, not taking prayers right now. No.
We didn't set up the gong today.
And set up the gong. Nice. Aw, so take a deep breath with me, won't you? All right. Aw, and we rest. We rest in the joy. And there may be those that have come to this room today that there's a heaviness or a sadness, that there's a healing process happening. We're here to support you in that too. We're here to remind you you can never, ever go further than the grace of God is present within you. And we give great thanks for the opportunity to come together and remember that together. Infusing our lives with the light that we are. And resting in a place of perfect knowing. For these things we give great, great thanks. And so it is. And so we're just going to let it be. Thank you. Today is Celebration Sunday. How many board members do I have in the room today? Do I have any board members in the room today? Okay, well, I'm flying solo. Here I am. So we are here to support you, and I mean we. There's a lot of work that gets done, and when they get to take a Sunday off, I celebrate that with them also. So thank you for that. I want to acknowledge our calendar sponsors for the month of June, Bruce and Bonnie Higgins. Thank you. A round of applause. That little opportunity will be coming back about September, so be taking a peek at the calendar, the Unity of Flagstaff calendar. And, of course, we always like to say thank you to our underwriter, Gary Robbins Family Law. So thank you for that. We are celebrating Pride Month. June is Pride Month, and we celebrate that. All are welcome, always have been, always will be. And we rest in that oneness. And something new this month. This is our spring back and stepping into summer celebration. We haven't had one of those yet. So we've been lagging on our projected income here at Unity of Flagstaff. And I need to say that out loud. So I am celebrating and affirming with us that we are going to spring back from that and move forward into the summer. I am appealing to you to consider where you give is where you are spiritually fed. And thank you for considering Unity of Flagstaff as one of those places. There, I said it. And I didn't fall over in a heap. And I didn't stutter. And I didn't apologize. This is growth. It is. It is. It is my joy now to introduce you to our PA today, Miss Elaine McKee. We're blessed to have you in the community, my friend. And your throne awaits.
My maiden name is King, I would say.
There you go.
On the throne.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, this is the time that we share what's happening with you. It's one of my favorite times. And we practice right now what's recommended for us in our daily lives. That is, that we recognize that for which we are grateful. We request prayer for those challenges that we all experience. and we share together our celebrations. So we're honored to share your prayer requests, gratitudes, celebrations like birthdays, sobriety dates, anniversaries, and I know Daniel has something to share. So, as we do so, we will join all of us with you who share and with Reverend Penni to collectively affirm that the presence of good, the one power in all things, will support us. And we join with you in knowing that God, the universe, spirit, whatever name you use, knows the details. So if you wish to share gratitude or request, please raise your hand and let the microphone come to you. And I think, I'm not sure if this is...
Thank you. I also get to learn patience here. So my brother John, 8 years older than me, he's having major open heart surgery the 19th of June. My two other siblings from California, Phoenix, we're all meeting for that time when he's having surgery. Also at the same time, we're going to finish breaking up my mom's home, all her items, and deal with that kind of thing around our family issues. But I want prayers for John. You guys some of you have been praying for him already. Also, the connections in my family dynamics as we all go through this adjustment period. And also, my friend Marvin came last week, had a blast. He was almost ready to get out the door today. He said, tell him I want to come back, and it was really a pleasure to meet you all. And he expects to be he is part of our community. He expects to come, so thank you.
Yay. Yeah. Hey. You know, I keep telling Daniel if he were working commission, he'd be in good shape. He not only invites people to come here on a Sunday morning, he'll come get you. And we're grateful for that kind of commitment to our community. And it's our honor to stand with you in prayer around your brother John, even if you did have to wait to ask for it. And we see light and love and healing around this process. Your family coming together to be with each other in it, supporting each other. We see ease and all infused with understanding and sustained by love. We're affirming that with you now.
Just Thanksgiving for a lot of things. My ankle seems to be healing better, and I'm able to get around and do things better. We just had a new kitchen countertops and sink installed, and tomorrow the tile guys are coming, and a few more days we'll get the plumbing hooked back up again, so we'll have a newly remodeled kitchen. So it's just nice to be abundant and be able to do that. And this is just a lot of really good stuff. I've said before, I really enjoy being part of this community. It's a big part of my life, and I'm lucky enough to be part of a neighborhood. We've got 4 of us couples that are friends, and it was really kind of neat. Our neighbor's wife sent a text around to all of us saying she's out of town visiting mom and going to graduations, and she said, Joel's birthday is on Tuesday. Could you guys please do something special? So we're going out to dinner with all of us to do something special for him while his wife's out of town. So it's just neat to be part of that neighborhood community.
And community. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. Yes. A lot of power in community, right? You feel that? My hope is that this beautiful wood floor, pretend wood floor, serves as a net in this community. That when you come in, you know that you're supported, that you're held, and that we're celebrating being with you in those things. We're grateful for your healing. And wow, a kitchen with running water. That's quite an improvement, Steve. We're celebrating that with you also. Yeah, thank you.
Hi, I just wanted to ask for a prayer. I've been going through a very painful physical situation, two herniated discs in my lumbar spine, pressing on nerves. It had been very debilitating for about a month now. And next Tuesday I get injections, but it's a substance I have a little bit of an allergy to, so I'm very nervous. So I would like some prayer that those injections just fix it. And I'm actually on medication, and I've cut down the dose and figured out a way that I'm actually walking, because I was using a cane, and I haven't been able to do my normal work schedule and things like that. But I'm feeling very grateful that I'm feeling as good as I am now, and I'm actually walking. And I'm nervous about these injections on Tuesday, so I'd just like some prayer that it just like fixes it. But I'm also very grateful that I am feeling very positive and hopeful about everything. And I have been repeating that Louise Hay affirmation, all is well, everything in the universe is working for my highest good.
All is well. All is well. All is well. Everything in the universe is working to my advantage. All is well. All is well. So you're already healing. You're already moving toward the perfect expression of your health. We see it coming easily and effortlessly. These shots are just a symbol of the perfect health that you already are. Your body receives them to their highest purpose. And you, my friend, are at ease in the process. All is well, all is well, all is well. Everything in the universe is working to your advantage. Yeah. Yes.
Hello. I'd like to share a prayer request. This is kind of an update to my prayer request a few weeks ago. And I told Penny what happened at that Soulmate Burroughs event. Anyway, I had been undecided about what to do about my career, whether to do a career transition, and then I got some clarity. That's the most positive way to put it. I had a difficult meeting with my supervisor almost 2 weeks ago, and that meeting itself provided the clarity that, okay, I need to plan an exit strategy and make a plan for me, to be in just a healthier work environment. And some opportunities have come up which I've applied for, and I need to stay in Flagstaff. That much I know. But also, I wanted to share gratitude. I went to that Friday night ritual sound reset at Northern Arizona Yoga, and wow, that was a reset. An hour of that sound, I felt my equilibrium was reset, because when I had to stand up and walk, I was that inner ear. So it felt like a profoundly cleansing event. So I'm grateful for that. Thank you.
All is well. You were clear, you got very clear. We were having that conversation that this was an opportunity for you to get really clear that it was time. And because you're listening because you're available, because you're willing, and you're amazing, by the way. All is well. It is working to your advantage. It's not always the easiest thing to wait for. You think Daniel had to be patient. And all is well. We live in a friendly universe. You are supported in this and all things. Can I get a yeah? All right.
So this is more of an advertisement and a gratitude, but
Can we have some bright light spotlight over here, please? Yeah, okay.
just mark your calendars, June 22nd. We are blessed to have, truly, I'm not sure if people realize how amazing this young man is.
Yes.
He is a first-class musician, songwriter, performing artist that we're blessed to have here. It's just crazy. But I'm blessed to have him at my house, I think, for the third time. On Saturday, the 22nd. Bring a chair if you want, otherwise you'll get one of these. We do have some premium seats around the yard, but it's a very comfortable yard, and it's going to be wonderful. 10-year-old Jeremy Clark opening for Ryan, and then our chance to see him perform his stuff, and he is truly, we're really blessed. I'm blessed to have him in my backyard. It's amazing.
Yes.
6 o'clock, the 22nd.
6 o'clock. There's information that you'll be given at the door as you're going out about that. And yes, we are blessed, by the way. Yeah. Ryan's going, okay, enough. All right, one more round of applause, and then we'll let him rest. Okay. And I want to tell you a little bit about that opening act. The reason that he is an opening act, this young man, 12, 10, because Matt Devlin is his guitar teacher. So that's kind of a cool thing, right? Round of applause for that guy. Yeah. So thank you for coming out and supporting Ryan on that evening. Thank you.
So I have kind of a thing of thanks. I've been teaching a lot more lessons lately, and I have students from 7 to 67. And it's just really nice to kind of connect on that level. I used to be a teacher for a long time, work at schools, teaching music, and I haven't done that in a long time. So it's just really nice to kind of go back to basics and sometimes articulate things that you thought you understood and you realized you didn't quite understand them in a way that you could explain. So I've been really enjoying that. It's been really gratifying and fun. And so I'm just thankful for people who want to learn more about music of all ages. And so I've been really enjoying that. It's a nice kind of change from what I've been doing. So.
How cool is that? How blessed are those students, right? Yes. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Yes. Hi, Alan. We're so
Hi.
glad to have you back.
I have a full-on attitude of gratitude. I made my little train ride out to Kansas, where I'd only stayed for 5 months. It was filled with nothing but love and beautiful reception. I can't believe how powerful 5 months of relationships, of good, sober relationships, how much they really solidified, and it was a really great experience. And I came back on the train, and I got to Winslow at 7:30, and everything was right on time. What? And it took 4.5 hours to get, I think, from here to Winslow. And it just so happens that Unity was waiting on me. They couldn't wait forever, that's for sure. I pulled in at 12:10, but a little birdie told me that, in fact, there was about 8 or 9 or 10 members waiting for me. I really appreciate that. That's a beautiful thing. One stuck around. Thankfully, that was the one that was my ride. But ultimately, I'm grateful for you guys. Thank you very much.
Alan, we celebrate with you. There you go. Yes, I do. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Take it. It's all yours. I'm out of here. Okay. We are celebrating. Yes, Missy.
I have a prayer request for my son, Jake. He got COVID back in 2020, and he's just not been the same. So we're trying to figure out what's going on with him. He's just not himself. So we need to find out what's going on. But on the other side of that, my joy is that my granddaughter Kendall was here for a month. And we had so much fun at the Hullabaloo yesterday with Grandpa. He even danced.
So, so it was a lot of fun. Really grateful.
Yes. Welcome, Kendall. Here, I think you just need one of these. Go ahead. Pick a rose, any rose. There you go. We're grateful you're here. And Jake. Yeah. So, yeah. We're breathing in that his body knows how to return to its highest expression now. That it is aligning with all that is serving him physically. And we see that happening with ease and him allowing that to be received. Yeah, and we know that to be true. We do.
And I just wanted to share a blessing I'm so moved by. I was honored with the Water Carrier Award at work Thursday, which is it's really an honor. I was so moved and touched and surprised that they chose me. And we were blessed to go celebrate with my sister and her husband in Strawberry.
So the water carrier, just for those who don't know, it's about leadership. And it's about inspiring your team. It's about making people feel valuable. Big surprise that Laura won that. Right? Round of applause. Yeah. These are the things that we celebrate. These are the things that we remind each other that we have the potential of being in the world. Yes, Miss Sandra.
I actually have a gratitude and a prayer request. First being Monday, I was part of the welcome crew for Alan that 2 hours after bedtime, I couldn't do it anymore. But what happened was, and these get-togethers, especially when they're strangers, make me very, very nervous. And I haven't had that much fun in such a long time, and my stomach hurt from laughing so hard. And to be able to have found that here in Unity is just an amazing, amazing gift. And I ask that you lift up my brother. My brother had a very big week this week, a lot of major life changes, a lot of things that are doors that are closing. May he find the open windows that he can fly through, and may he find the rainbow in that storm. So I love him, and I just want him to know he's not alone.
I'm just going to remind you that that experience that you have is what you bring. So that laughing so hard that your belly hurts, that looking at our humanness and poking fun at it, that wondering where the heck is Alan? Where the heck is that? Where is that guy anyway? The experience you have around those things is the one you bring. So congratulations, it was so much fun. Now remind me your brother's first name. Jeff. Yeah, big changes in Jeff's life. So first we surround him in light. And we're empathetic because the rest of us love change so much, right? So we feel that, and we know for him that this is temporary, that this is his journey, and that he is being blessed and he is supported by the universe. And now he is supported by a whole community in that knowing. For that, we give thanks. Look, that guy behind the camera.
Yeah, my name's Hayden. I'm treating this like it's an NA meeting. I got a name tag on here. All right.
Oh, yeah, except in this one, we all wear name tags. Yeah.
My name's Hayden. I'm a grateful recovering drug addict. I'm glad to be here.
And?
So, we have a celebration happening in our household this month. My beautiful wife over here in the kids' corner, we are celebrating 9 years of marriage this month. we are also celebrating that we're doing it right for our 10-year anniversary, so we're actually planning a full-on wedding. So prayers are needed. Yeah. So, yeah, just wanted to share that. We're celebrating today after service with my mom, who it's her birthday in a couple days, so holding her in some light. And my parents are making some changes in their lives, which is super awesome. I'm super happy for them and just seeing them supported and with the universe. I am also making some changes that Spirit has made for me in a complete new job that I wasn't expecting. Pretty great offers that I couldn't turn down, and being able to support my family better and having more time to be around them. And so less work, more money. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Can't turn that down.
I'm
So,
sorry, do they have any openings?
It's my motto.
So we're celebrating you, Hayden. We're celebrating you. Yes, and Sonny. And your family. 10 years is a big deal. And we are going to do it right. We're going to have a wedding, aren't we? Yeah. They asked me to officiate. So, we're celebrating that. And I'm going to remind you, like I did Sandra, that amazing experience and that offer that just fell in your lap, right? With that new job, that new position. I'm going to remind you, you're only receiving what you have created. We love it when it's the good news, right? Yeah, but we're celebrating that with you. And your mom and dad are on an adventure. They're laying out the road for an amazing adventure. And I am so grateful your mom came to the planet. I love that gal, Sally. Happy birthday, Sally. And besides, look at you standing in our community, right? Thank you. Sally had something to do with that. Oh, when I first knew Hayden? Oh.
I thought we were going to have the talk.
Here we go. Yeah, I thought we were going to have a... He was about that little in Emerson's size when I met Hayden. He's gotten so much older and I haven't. It's amazing. I was the choir director. Okay. If you can hear my voice, say amen. That's the one I used. Works every time. Anyone else? Yeah, we should probably get down to some business here pretty quick. All right, let's give that microphone back to Elaine and turn mine off, and that'll get us moving forward. All right. Thank you, my friends.
We are so grateful for the power of prayer, as only Reverend Penni can pray and apply to on-the-spot requests for help and for gratitude. So we're grateful for your role in that. And we affirm that the divine is expressing now for each of those conditions, persons, and situations. And we claim love, wisdom, healing, and wholeness, along with all the support from you, Reverend Penni. And so it is, and so we let it be. Let's consider today's unity principle. Thank you. And so together, this is our first of 5 principles. Let us all together say it. God is all there is and present everywhere. This is the force of love and wisdom that underlies all of existence.
And the short version?
God is. I was looking to see what picture was going to pop up here. Thank you. I'm glad that that's what you
I couldn't
have.
download the one you got. We have to talk about that.
Well,
but
this
that's
isn't
another-
me. I sent her a picture. But
This is not Elaine, by the way. Nice hair.
Oh. So this is an inspirational moment. I hope it will be inspirational. That's such a personal thing. I'm not always sure that what inspires me inspires others, but I'll share with you today what is something that I've experienced. I grew up attending with my family a small, rural, traditional conservative church. And there certainly were prayers, long ones, and prayers often for someone's healing. And I can still hear the dramatic voice of the minister beseeching God to reach down and help, or beg God to bring rain for the dry crops. That's when we ask something external. In the late 1800s, there was a young Methodist family in Kansas City, in the area, Myrtle and Charles Fillmore and their 3 young sons. And Myrtle had just been told she had tuberculosis and 6 months to live. And you'll recall that in the 1800s there wasn't antibiotic treatment. When Myrtle decided to attend a lecture from a visiting preacher named E.B. Weeks, she learned something strikingly new and different. She left with this idea: I'm a child of God, and therefore I do not inherit sickness. This was just the beginning of what we now call and do, as you see demonstrated here every Sunday, affirmative prayer. As Myrtle applied this in various ways to her condition, she became stronger. She was eventually healed. She and Charles founded what we call Unity today, and she died peacefully in her sleep in 1931 at age 86. So the word got out. How did she do this? Others sought her prayerful help, again, as though it's someone outside making this change happen. Letters were written to her so that she could pray for them. And of course, again, we are blessed, I think, with your demonstrations, Reverend Penny, every Sunday here, because it makes it easier for us to pray the new thought way instead of the old thought way. Remember that the Sunday lesson recently given us about substance and matter? I think the affirmative prayer draws on substance, and the old way draws on matter. I was listening to your lesson.
I got one.
This new approach channels the power of divine substance. And in those early days, the Fillmores held nightly prayers in their home. There was no Unity Village at that time, to activate and learn to practice this higher consciousness. That small nightly prayer group continues to this day, over 100 years, as Silent Unity. And it's available 24/7, as we've often mentioned. I've asked for prayer many times. Here, at times, I've left prayer requests in that little prayer box over there. And I've certainly called Silent Unity. And I'm always amazed that there's always the same result: a focus on the power of divine presence that's within. So as I now pray this way instead of those long, early, scary prayers that I heard as a child, I'm especially inspired by the demonstration here each week that we can apply these to our lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Elaine. Thank you. We can get the lights, please. Ryan's going to set up meditation with his instrumental version of Amazing Grace. Great reminders. Yeah. And thank you for acknowledging that that's what we do here, right? And that is a cue for us to remember what that model of affirmative prayer looks like. Yeah. So take a deep breath. Keep breathing, he says. Yeah. So my friends, we relax into this space. We feel ourselves also tuning in, right? Kind of get tuned in here. Just take that moment. Feel yourself in the chair that's supporting you, that net of community all around you. we take a collective breath as we allow that to wash over us. Surrounded and held in amazing grace. Allow that music to carry you. We affirm in these moments, I am a divine being. I am held in grace and light. I am. And we rest for just a moment in the silence. Thank you, Spirit. And so it is. And so we let it be. Thank you, Daniel. See what I was given this morning? Can you see this? Isn't this cool? Yeah. It says bliss. It is, can I read this I don't know if I could read it standing straight, let alone upside down, right? It says bliss. It's written into all that exists, into all of creation, and into every cell. Everything is one. All is love. Thank you, Laura and Mike, for thinking of me. Okay. So I was feeling a little on the heavy energy side of things this week. I was just feeling a little on the heavy side of energy this week, right? It was, yeah. And so when this talk title dropped in, this, dash, right? What did I call it? We skipped your. That's it. We're good. Okay. We're good. We're good. We'll come back. So, the dash, where life is lived. That really is a result of. I did a pretty intense memorial this week for a friend who has been in this community a long time. Her mother, Tara's mother. And Sharon Howard. And, those things always give you the opportunity, right? And then, of course, the information, the news with Keith, for those of you who didn't know, that Keith Green made a peaceful passing in his sleep a week ago Friday. Yeah. I'm so celebrating him. I'm so celebrating him. But it definitely gives us some time, doesn't it? And an opportunity. And so I started thinking about the dash. It's that one that goes between the day that you're born and the day that you decide to leave the planet. And I think, wow, what a simple little symbol that is. Do you realize it holds a whole lifetime? And, wait. Okay. Oh, that helps. My friend Marianne and I say, don't be nice to me right now. Anybody? And I appreciate that. I know that I'm loved. I'm pretty brave, but I wouldn't be able to do this every week if I didn't think I were. That's what I can tell you about that. So, and what I can tell you is when I was raising kids, I remember sitting outside the door of my stepson's bedroom, and he had had his heart broken for the first time. And I could hear him sobbing 14-year-old boy sobbing. Oh, man. And I remember leaning up against that door thinking, if I could just think of something really smart to say. And my prayer in that moment was, if anything I've ever experienced that has this level of pain that he's experiencing now, if it serves him in this moment for healing, it was worth it. So what you experience as empathy and compassion, what you feel for the people that you love and care about, and those life experiences that you don't like that fill that dash that we're talking about today, if it comes to serve someone else, to aid in their healing, it was worth it. In a conversation with a friend this week, the idea of life in a box came up. You know, you've heard of church in a box, fox in a box, socks in a box. Okay, stop. Just make me stop. I digress. Life in a box, and I thought about the dash that we're talking about today. The one that represents that begin date and in this form, end date. How it fits so neatly between those dates. Just so neatly, it just sits right there, that little dash. But a lot happens in that dash. You know, that is where life is lived. So I was thinking about this life in a box thing and how that feels a little limiting. Ooh, 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 maybe take your breath away. Oh, there's not enough air in here, limiting. And of course, the dash thing is cooking around in there, you know, doing its thing that it does. And I'm not talking about when I ask you how dashing you are, how dapper are you, or how James Bond are you, right? I'm talking about the dashing, the to and fro in your life, the elements that give it meaning. How dashing are you? But then, the box conversation came back in, and I thought, so if I see my life, or if I'm having the experience of living in a box, what is that doing to the dash? When I take the dash of my life and I limit it into a box, I tell the universe, I don't really believe you that you're infinite. I don't really think that you express through me the infinite nature of who I am. And then I think about making that argument, and I'm thinking it's one I can't win. Because what I've noticed about this amazing infinite universe is that it always comes through and patiently shows me that it was right. And I have enough life experience. I can say that. You can say that. So I'm thinking about that box, and I'm thinking about the dash, and then I start thinking about ... dash, and then, you know, and then away I go. But I want to introduce you to somebody. This is Haley. Now, we did a message not so awfully long ago that I said, you know, just be like Dean. That's when I was dog-sitting Dean, the black Labrador. Dean is young and bouncy. Haley is quiet and mellow, except when you put her on a leash and she begins to prance. And I really did start thinking about what her dash in life would look like. She's not missing a smell. And I really did watch her prance around as I would walk her. I mean, she prances. She's like prancing. It's like the coolest. I'm going to be her when I come back as a dog. Wait, maybe I am that as a human. But she prances. And she is so full of life. And she sees and smells everything. There's not one bad memory that enters her mind when she's being Haley. And I thought she really would be a dot, dot, dot rather than a dash, wouldn't she, the way she bounces around? So my question to you is this. What is your dash? What is its cadence? What does the dash of your life, what holds the expression of who you are, what is its rhythm? Are you a dot, 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 dot? I've been that. Sometimes am. Are you a dash? Open-ended on both ends? Infinite in all directions? Expanding into what you are invited into as amazing spiritual beings? What's in your dash? You know, you hear this term a lot when you're doing memorials, a life well lived. So I'm sitting with Tara's family, and I heard that a couple times. And then I asked the question, your 94-year-old mom, what is the characteristic that you remember the most? And all three children in separate settings said, to thine own self be true. And because she lived her life that way, the people around her got blessed. I know I did. Over 5 years ago, Sharon Howard came to me and she said, I want you to do my funeral. I said, do I pencil that in? And we laughed. She said, I'll let you know. And she did. Yeah. What we know about centurions is this, is they say that the one attribute that centurions have in common is that they're positive thinkers. There's a big shock to those of us in New Thought, isn't it? So the reality in this is that all of this is temporary. What you leave in the dash is infinite. No pressure. No pressure. Exploration is really the essence of the human spirit. That came out of Xavier University. Exploration is really the essence of the human spirit. And Eric Butterworth reminds us of this. We are human in expression, but divine in creation and limitless in potentiality. There's the dash. And if you put it in a box, and it's temporary if it is, and it's okay if you do, and you might just want to hang out there for a while, because there's something in there to support you. There's something in there that will grow you, but don't get stuck in there. Let your dash out. Mrs. Dash had the right idea. Spice up life. Reach for the flavor. Let the dash out. And not only being aware that we are living a life, but this is the invitation today. But to be aware of the life that you're living. That sounded really good in my head. Did that translate? So not only being aware that we are living a life, but to be aware of the life that we're living. It's in the dash. All the potentiality, all the expression, it's all there. It resides right there. In this Bob Dylan song that Ryan's going to do, we're reminded. If today was not a crooked highway, if tonight was not a crooked trail, if tomorrow wasn't such a long time, it's the if in these statements that causes you to put yourself in a box and limit your dash. I'm going to recommend this. Let it go. Let your dash out. Are you just dashing through life, Penny? Or are you really feeding the dash of who you are? Are you looking to season this world with the gifts that you are given? Let your dash out. And there's a lot of stuff and confusion and hurt and pain and disappointment. And I could go on and take the energy of this room and drive it right in the dirt. Could. But we know more than that. And we do better than that because we do. Because we have the tools of affirmative prayer, as Elaine reminded us. We have the tools of meditation. And I'm talking about 2 minutes a day if you're not doing it. And it might look like sweeping the floor. And it might look like doing the dishes. But do it. Line yourself up to receive the good that this universe is holding for you and waiting for you to infuse in the dash of who you are. I am a clear voice for the expression of spirit in me. I want you to repeat after me. I am a clear voice. I am a clear voice. Come on. We don't do this repeat thing very often, do we? Okay, here we go again. I'm going to say part of it, and then you're going to say it. Here we go. I am a clear voice for the expression of spirit in me. I am a clear voice for the expression of spirit in me.
In me.
Exactly. And Ryan's also going to do another song, and it's called Looking Inside Out, right?
We might change it.
We might change it?
Different.
Okay.
That fits better.
Then
More
I
hopeful,
love,
more hopeful note.
I love that, right? That we have that flexibility, study, connection, spending time in service, being in community, finding the spaces, the places, and the people that affirm you, asking for support and allowing yourself to be supported by this amazing universe and the true nature of who you are. Let your dash out. Let it out. Every time we are not present to our potentiality, our full expression, we shortchange not only ourselves, but we shortchange the planet. Don't do that. God's substance everywhere, all the time, at the same time. Eric Butterworth reminds us, what is in your dash? What is the box you want to get out of? Affirmative prayer and meditation is the way to get there. I have come that you may have life and have it abundantly, is what John 10:10 says. That's a Penni phrase, by the way. It's a little Penni paraphrased there. I have come that you may have life and have it abundantly. The I is that Christ consciousness. That is what we are reminding you of when we remind you of your divinity. Let it out of the box. I am inspired by the divine nature to create and live a full and abundant life. I am inspired by my divine nature to do that. And I am inspired by yours. Let it out. What does this say in here? So I have one more I have one. Sorry. I have one more long quote I want to share with you. It's by Joseph Campbell. He says, so then, what are we really questing for? And here is the answer. It is the fulfillment of what is potential in ourselves, in our true selves. It's not an ego trip. You're not your ego. Your experience is your ego. You're not your feelings. Your experience is your feelings. You're not your body. You behold your body. It's an awakening of our own pre-ego, pre-Hindu, pre-Jewish, pre-Buddhist, pre-Muslim, pre-Christian hearts. That's what it is, because we're one. You got to let your dash out because you got to be a part of that. You want to be connected to that. You want to express that. Bring it into the world. if we treat each other with respect and more often wear a smile, remembering that this special dash that we are will only be here for a while. Namaste, my friends.
If today was not an endless highway, if tonight was not a crooked trail, and if tomorrow wasn't such a long time, then lonesome would mean nothing at all to you. Yes, and only if my own true love was waiting, if I could hear her heart softly pounding, oh, and if only she was lying by me, then I'd lie in my bed once again. I can't see my reflections in the water, I can't speak the sounds show no pain, I can't hear the echo of my footsteps or remember the sound of my own name. Yes, and only if my own true love was waiting, if I could hear her heart softly pounding, if only she was lying by me, would I lie in my bed once again. There is beauty in that silver singing river, there is beauty in the sunrise in the sky, but none of them can touch the beauty that I remember in my true love's eyes. Yes, and only if my own true love was waiting, if I could hear her heart softly pounding, yes, and only if she was lying by me, would I lie in my bed once again. Yes, and only if my own true love was waiting, if I could hear her heart softly pounding, yes, and only if she was lying by me, would I lie in my bed once again. So I thought of a much better song for this, because the original song.
Are you guys
is-
okay with him to do another
Yeah.
song? You think we might be able to stand that?
The original song we had picked was kind of a little glum, and I was sitting here, I'm like, this isn't working with what we're going to do. And so I was kind of frantically going through my iPad of things I might know. And this is a song that's written by Phil Vassar, but it was made popular as a Tim McGraw song. It's called My Next 30 Years. And I've been thinking about this a lot, because I'm turning 32 this year, which I know is not old, but I'm trying to think about what my next steps are in life. And I think we all go through that moment, so.
Repeatedly.
think I'll take a moment to celebrate my age, the ending of an era and the turning of a page. Now it's time to focus in on where I go from here. Lord, have mercy on my next 30 years. My next 30 years, I'm gonna have some fun. Try to forget about all the crazy things I've done. Maybe now I've conquered all my adolescent fears. I'll do it better in my next 30 years. My next 30 years, I'm gonna settle all the scores. Cry a little less, laugh a little more. Find a world of happiness without the hate and fear. Figure out just what I'm doing here in my next 30 years. My next 30 years, I'm gonna watch my weight, eat a few more salads, and not stay up so late. Drink a little lemonade and not so many beers. Maybe I'll remember my next 30 years. My next 30 years will be the best years of my life. Raise a little family and hang out with my wife. Spend precious moments with the ones that I hold dear. Make up for lost time here in my next 30 years. My next 30 years will be the best years of my life. Raise a little family and hang out with my wife. Spend precious moments with the ones that I hold dear. Make up for lost time here in my next 30 years.
You get a gold star. Right? Right? Isn't it great? Isn't it great to be isn't it our next
My next 80 years, I'm gonna feed the fish.
Can you turn his mic off? No, I'm just so isn't it great to be in a room that if the moment calls for a shift, there's space for that. And one of the reasons that is the way we run this particular place is because we're leaving space for spirit. And I want you to know when you come into this community, that's what we hold for you first, is all the space you need. Yeah, there you go. We are now preparing for our celebration of abundance. Would you guys like to join us today? You want to help Emerson with the baskets? And you can do as you choose. And if you do, you can go back there and join Miss Emerson. She's a pro at this. Just follow her. She's got it down. And we want to say thank you to our folks out there in YouTube land. Wave at the camera. Thank you for being with us. We appreciate your ongoing support. There are a lot of ways you can continue to do that. Check us out on the website, of course. I want to remind you that we are once again going to be blessed with an amazing photo montage for Father's Day, Dad Energy, whoever that was in your life. Send your picture in. If you don't have a digital of it, take a picture of it with your camera, with your phone, and send it to us. Miss Trina Getz. Yeah, she's the lady putting that together. We appreciate her. We love those next Sunday. So that's the deadline. So there you go. Get it to us. And speaking of next Sunday, great segue, by the way, we're going to be meeting at Bushmaster Park. So if you show up here, it's going to be pretty quiet, because we're going to be out at Bushmaster Park. And we are at the Community Pavilion. That is across the street from Thomas School. And you will see it. There'll be a unity sign out there. You know, have I ever done anything quietly? And so there you go. Come and join us. It's potluck. The center will provide baked and fried chicken. Thank you very much. I love doing both of those. And so thank you for letting me do that. Potluck in, do that. And there will also be a blood drive. So we are at a historical low of blood supplies in the state of Arizona. Vitalant, the people that we partner with, provide 95% of the blood to Arizona. So let's step up. If that's something you can do, we appreciate that. So we're going to get into this little song in a minute after we do a little blessing. How about we do that? Wait, okay, come on down here, kids. I'm just messing with this here. I'm just looking like, here we go. Look at this. Look what you started. See there, Emerson? See there? See what happened? I am so grateful you're with us, Reed. I am so grateful to have you with us. I'm just going to stand here for a second. They make me feel tall. Let's bless these outgoing baskets. We are demonstrating our abundance through our generosity. In the giving, we are blessed. Thank you. All right, Miss Trina. See, look. There you go. We have leaders among us, don't we? Oh, is that okay? Are you all right with that? So, as you're comfortable after the basket has come around and you have blessed us with your financial gifts, we appreciate that. Then stand as you are comfortable, and we'll do a little bit more of don't worry. Thank you for being with us this beautiful Sunday morning. There are a lot of places you could be. We appreciate you chose to be here. It's so much more fun with people in the room. People in the room. Yeah. All right, stand up and stretch. Come on now. Take a big, deep breath. And we are feeling the abundance of this community. We are grateful for your presence. I have the best seat in the house. I just do. Yeah. Here we go. Take it away, Ryan.
I can just vamp reggae chords all day long. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Sing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Talk about one love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. Talk about one love, one heart. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and we will feel alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing. Singing, don't worry. 'Cause every little thing gonna be
alright. Let's see. Thank you. That was perfect. Perfect. You too can sponsor a musician. Check that board out there. And we say together, thank you for these gifts. We are grateful. Unity of Flagstaff is opening minds, hearts, and expressions through our generosity. We are abundant, and so it is. Together we affirm the light of God surrounds us. We are the light. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love. The power of God protects us. We are the power. The presence of God watches over us. We are the presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Don't forget, next Sunday, Bushmaster Park. We'll see you there. Thank you, thank you. Be blessed, my friends. Create an amazing week.